I'm not from a racing background, as most of us are in the game. I grew up in a small country town, so we were on some land and we didn't have horses, we had motorbikes. My dad liked to punt. He purchased a few shares in some horses with my late uncle, Jeff Hayes, and every day after school I'd get out in the paddock and knew nothing about horses, didn't know, the back end from a front end as well. And I'd be standing on the trough trying to jump on these things and they were so good to me, they were so quiet, it's like they knew. Pestered mum and dad, pestered. I wanted to learn to ride then. I wanted my own pony. After lots of pleading and praying and saving my own pocket money, mum and dad finally said yes. I'd get on, I'd fall off, I'd get on, I'd fall off, and eventually we had this really good bond together. And as I grew a little bit taller and weight started playing a little bit of a role in whether I was to proceed or not, I found myself in the big city in Brisbane. Crossed paths with Tony Gollan when he'd first moved up from Toowoomba, and yeah, things went from there. Spirit and Temple of Boom, of course, two brothers. They did so many things for so many different people and their journeys, and Temple sort of just kept to himself. And Spirit was the stallion, albeit he was a really, really quiet stallion, and he was a bit of a dude, and I really, really liked him. So some of my favourite memories and races with those two horses would be races like the William Reid.
Spirit of Boom starting to pick up the ground on the outside.
The horse's work had been really, really good leading into it. He looked fantastic. Something was just aligning, and Tony flown down the morning of, and so we first saw each other at the races and he just said, I've got a really good feeling about tonight, mate. And I said, yeah, so do I.
Spirit of Boom in front, he's clinging on for his first Group 1 in a line-up, and he Fondelina dived it in the inside.
Obviously went to a photo finish and I was just certain he'd been beaten again.
Two's got it, Spirit of Boom. He wins his first Group 1.
When you've got a relationship with a horse like that, and it's literally blood, sweat and tears that go into them, and it's the finest of details when it comes to big racing that make the difference at the highest level, and when it all pays off, it's just, yeah, the best feeling in the world.
So often he's been the bridesmaid, but he's got the job done here tonight. Spirit of Boom.
For me, the Doomben 10,000 was just, it was a bonus. Both of their work was really good leading into the Doomben 10,000, in particular Spirit's. So I was quietly confident, but to Quinella it was unreal.
Temple of Boom and Spirit of Boom, they hit the line and Spirit of Boom got up and won the 10,000.
So when Spirit of Boom went to stud, it felt like a part of me retired as well. Thinking, what do I want to do next? And I always wanted to go to Hong Kong to ride track work. I bumped into love. And 2 children later, my feet are still firmly on the ground in Australia. To be a part of the Sky team is, without a doubt, a dream come true. I was always interested in sports media. I love sports, but to do it in my code of choice, I'm just so happy and thankful, and I hope they say that is a really, really good judge, that Kiaarn. I was fortunate enough to be able to shadow the likes of Bernadette Cooper and Michael Maxworthy, so to then say I was going to work with Paul Joyce was like, if I woke up one day and thought, okay, I might play gridiron, and they say, yep, we support you in that, we think you can do it, we're going to team you up with Tom Brady to learn from. That's what it felt like for me, because Paul Joyce has just a great reputation, not only for being a great presenter, form analyst, but he's just a really good bloke.
Oh yeah, she's got a great personality for interviews because she's very friendly, she's easy to talk to. I think trainers and jockeys all know her. She's been part of the industry up here for a lot longer than I have. She's got that good rapport with them, good relationships, and so she gets the best out of them with the interviews, and we don't take it too seriously with interviews as well. We keep it fun, we keep it passionate. And I've given it a little nudge.
You know what my comments were?
If it wins, you won't see me for a while.
I said blinkers would need to make a drastic improvement, so hopefully
they do.
Very important, I think, that we liked each other, and we get along like a house on fire.
We just have a great time together. We just spend a lot of time laughing and chatting. We call us 2 old women, I suppose, the stuff we talk about. If he wins, as I said, you won't be seeing me for a while. I'll make sure I come back and fill in for your wedding, but you won't be seeing me before that.
Kamada starting to edge away the final 50, and Kamada wins the money.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is
great.
unbelievable. Best job I've ever had in the world. I honestly count my lucky stars every night. I am just so blessed to be here because I want to do so much in this space. I think when you're in racing, you've always got something to do, you've always got something to think about, you've got something to look forward to, and that's really special because not everybody has a passion like that. And our industry is ever evolving, it's never the same, and there's always that next good horse waiting in the wings to come out.